Hey everybody, I'm Annette Triplett with CoMo We are urban homesteading in Columbia, Missouri, and I've been giving you a lot of up close and personal shots with our tomatoes and potatoes and stuff like that, but I haven't really given you a big picture view of what our urban homestead looks like, so I just wanted to give you a quick tour of what we have going on here at CoMo Homestead. So I'm going to just kind of show you around the gardens and show you what we have. This is our first garden bed that we built last year, 2009, and this year we are growing some herbs. Here we have some dill, cilantro, and basil, and these are our strawberries, which produce 18 pounds of strawberries for us this past spring. This is our corn, which fell over a couple weeks ago, but seems to be holding up okay and definitely has ears growing on it, and never grown corn before, so we're learning how to grow it and when it's ready to pick and all that, so really don't know too much about it, but hoping that it works out for us. Back here we have 3 blueberry bushes. These aren't really going to start producing until next year, but we got a little handful of berries from them this year. Then over here we have 3 grapevines. The big guy over here we planted last year. This is a Reliance red seedless grape. And then this one we planted this year. This is Cannabis, also a red seedless grape. And this is another Reliance that we planted this year. These guys are just getting big enough to start trellising, so we'll do that here pretty soon. It is definitely raining right now, so I'm just going to give you a quick tour here. Here we have some peppers, and we have some little baby peppers over here that have been growing for a while, and they didn't really get very big, but they're definitely turning red, so that's pretty cool. And we have a little baby cayenne pepper coming on here. Then we have butternut squash. This is starting to totally take over the entire garden, which is pretty fun. Oh, and I noticed that there are 2 female flowers on here. You see the little baby butternut squash there behind the flower, so hopefully that'll get pollinated when that one opens up and we'll get some butternut squash out of it. Then we have our melons. The front set up here are watermelons, and ooh, looks like we might have one right here. This is a watermelon. Then back here we have our cantaloupe, and I have to show you there you can kind of see the little cantaloupe back there. This spot is open right now. We planted some Brussels sprouts a few days ago, and hopefully they come up. Then we have our big massive tomatoes back here. These guys are Romas, and they're so late, but starting to finally put on some fruit. And the guys in the back here that are a little bit taller, these are Purple Cherokee. They are an heirloom tomato. And again, really late, but hopefully we'll get a good crop off of these guys. So this is what I affectionately called bed number 2, and this is bed number 3. Bed number 2 and 3 we actually built just this spring in May, so we got things in a little bit late, but looks like things are still growing, which makes me happy. But here I planted some onions and got these in really late, so they didn't do too well. You can see just a little tiny bulb right there. But the sweet potatoes here are totally taking over, and that's okay. The onions probably aren't going to do much the rest of the season, but sweet potatoes seem to be going pretty well. And then here is an empty spot. I planted some kohlrabi a few days ago, so hopefully that comes up. Here's where I had my potatoes planted and pulled those up just a couple days ago, and then hilled these guys, so hopefully they produce more potatoes. And then I have a few carrots. I planted a bunch of carrots back here, and this is all I got. I don't know what happened to the rest of them, but just got a few. There's where my poor little zucchini plant was that I had to pull up. And this is a yellow squash, which really hasn't produced anything at all this season, and I don't know, it's pretty small. So hopefully it produces something, but if not, that's okay. It's all a big learning experience. So that is pretty much it. I'm getting wet, so I'm going to sign off and come visit CoMoHomestead.com.